Come one, come all, file on in. Get your beer, get your posters. We are here for the West Coast Pop Tune-In starting now. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the West Coast POPCast. It's your boy, Knock. We got a lot to cover for you today. The year is finally wrapping up, this heck of a year. But I'll throw it over to the panel members. You know who it is, the guys. Les Champions. Eric, how you doing, man?
And now, he is your WCP predictions champion. Like Drew McIntyre, he is a two-time champion. Like Drew McIntyre, he is the strongest of his three-man group. Unlike Drew McIntyre, he holds the record for most combined days as champion and most successful title defenses. And unlike Drew McIntyre, he once got his oil changed by a mechanic who originally hailed from North Carolina. He is Eric of the Justice League. How are you doing?
Oh man, we allowed this to happen. Good Lord. Well, yes, congratulations to the new champ. Yada yada yada. How you doing, Zach?
I'm good. Eric, can you do that one more time with feeling?
Oh man, I love that North Carolina bit, man. It's great.
I love it.
Yeah, we have a lot going on in wrestling this week. A lot of stuff. But We'll go into the recap, then we'll get to the rest of the stuff. Got some segments from Zach and Eric, of course. Thanks for tuning in to episode 37. And let's get it to it. Zach, thanks for taking this bullet again for us. How was Raw?
This one didn't go as deep as last week's, but it still hit. Raw is just like the snail's pace of setting up in WWE. You had Mandy. She came back with Dana Brooke. I don't know why they weren't used in the pay-per-view then if they're coming back right after. They took a loss from Nia and Baszler. R-Truth took a nice little selfie with the Hurt Business. The Hardy Bros, I don't understand where this is going. I don't know if Vince just likes using this name, but that was a thing on Raw. Miz TV, that happened. He made a nice Marine 7 joke. Ricochet versus T-Bar. I don't know where they're going with Pretty
Lord.
Ricky. He gave a little speech on Raw Talk afterwards, and R-Truth kind of helped him along with that. I don't know where they're going, making him cry and everything. Other than that, Jackson Riker is with Elias now on main TV. I don't like that one bit. And Orton and Bliss had a little something, and they're just kind of basically messing around with like Sheamus, Lee, and Drew imploding.
Yeah, that stuff is kind of interesting. I like that dynamic they have going there. The Alexa stuff with Randy. Good Lord, man. I hate to see what's going on with Ricochet. That one, what is this? This guy is just a super talent, man. He could be doing so much. I think eventually at this point he will join Retribution, but what's the point?
I don't know if they're doing like if he's going to become like this is like such a dollar store version of this, but if he's going to be like the Sting to the NWO, I don't know what the speech was on Raw Talk.
Right.
Yeah, it's like they beat him to the ground. Now he's like giving up. It kind of sounds,
Yeah.
So, all right, enough Raw. That's taking up too much time on the podcast.
I just want to point out, I sit through 3 terrible hours of television. We breeze through Raw so quickly. Let's move on. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about.
It is. It's hard to watch.
It's got to that point, man. I'm sorry, but we appreciate you, Zach, for sure. NXT, I gotta say that Gargano Christmas stuff, I really thought that was cool. They gave Indy Hartwell their moniker. She's now Indie Wrestling, and they support her. I love it. It's a cool, nice little thing they got going there. Velveteen Dream returned, had some stuff to say with Cole. Cole slapped him, then pinned him in the ring. We know what's going on with Velveteen. He's just kind of there now. Isaiah Swerve Scott avenged his loss against Jake Atlas. Starting to turn heel a little bit. He hit him with a headbutt, then hit him with he has this like pop-up slam off the ropes, which is pretty cool. I like Isaiah. I like him and Jake. They have really good chemistry together. They had a really great match in the Indies. If you want to check that out, check it out. But they have good chemistry together. Mm-hmm. Rhea Ripley versus Dakota Kai. Rhea gets the win, and then her and Raquel, that Amazon, they brawl. I can't wait to see this. I think Raquel in a rematch will get the win. Balor and Kyle O'Reilly break down their NXT TakeOver 31 battle. And this is really cool to reminisce on, man. This might be match of the year. I really enjoyed NXT this week. How about you guys?
Yeah, it was good. I got to say, Swerve as a heel is just as good as he is as a face.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, Johnny Gargano, hope you saved the receipt on that 4K camera because that is not 4K resolution, my man.
That's not 4K at all. But speaking of 4K, Johnny did get a PS5. Congratulations, Johnny. I know it's hard out in the streets to get one.
And rough with a. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
He gave Indy Hartwell the box to the PS5. So he's like, hey, it's not, I got the PS5, but you got the box. This is great stuff from him. What happened with Rough Zach?
Rough got a nice victory over Thatcher. Again, they're doing him nicely. They're getting him a win in someone else's storyline, so it doesn't mean he has to start the feud with them. So I like that.
Exactly. They're playing him smart. He has a really cool move, man. He got hit with a clothesline by Thatcher. And like, you know how Ambrose or some guys, they fall into the ropes and bounce back. He like jumped into it and pulled himself in. It was really cool to see. Karrion Kross and Damian Priest have a little promo. Really cool stuff. That's going to be a great match for the pay-per-view coming up. Bronson Reed returned. And another big return, we had Mercedes Martinez come out and attack Io Shirai. She's really cool. I think she'll be the next one up. And then Tony will be after that. They'll build her up a little more. I think she'll take the belt off of Io. Any final thoughts on NXT?
I don't know how I feel about Velveteen Dream because I wish they would just investigate him or someone would charge him or something so that we can get past this. So we can get past him just being in the middle. Because he should be better than this. Either fire him for being a creep or he's not a creep and push him.
Yeah, he's in a very weird spot right now.
And giving him that much time too just makes the match more awkward than it does entertaining.
Yeah. At this point, we know he's not winning. It's just like,
right.
I don't know. I seen someone say he's getting that Triple H behind the curtain treatment right after that.
I mean, I don't know. It worked out for Triple H a year later, but I don't know. It's still just weird.
Leslie, I just want to say how much I respect and just love Mercedes Martinez. You told the boss, no, I don't want to do this gimmick. You were smart about going home because you have asthma for COVID. And then you come back and you just look strong as hell. She's so awesome. I just respect the hell out of her for saying no to that shitty gimmick.
Yeah, I do too. She was going nowhere with that. That's not the way to debut on the main roster.
Especially someone who's been wrestling as long as her. Like, she's a true vet. You can't do that to her.
Yep.
Oh man, that's just
ridiculous.
I would have loved Mia Yim not to do that either, but all right. What was I gonna say here? We gotta put a missing persons report out for Robert Stone and his brand. They've completely disappeared off the face of the earth. Who knows? But
Michael Bivens just took his spot.
And he's doing nothing with it. AEW Dynamite on the other side of the coin. We had a good show here. Sting came back. Once again, this is his jungle. He had a face-off with Darby Allin in the ring this time again with his title. I think they're gonna, I don't know what they're building for. I hope it's a War Games match, but we'll see. They finally announced the wedding date. Trent is gonna be out for a little bit of time. He has a real injury. They showed it up in this segment. He's getting carted off in an ambulance. The wedding date will be a beach bash wedding party in February. It's gonna be a cool episode, I'm sure. And I like that they're building up for that. Abaddon is getting in the head of Hikaru Shida. She got the win over the Pink Prixie. I don't know what her name is, but whole lot of pink. Pat came back, beat the Butcher.
Alex Garcia. Or excuse me, Alex Gracia.
Oh, that's what it was. I heard on commentary, but I felt like they were mixing that together, and it was like one long name. I don't know.
I think she got after Taz for messing up her name, and then Taz got snippy with her a little bit. So you're not.
Oh shit! Well, I'm in trouble. Hey, if you ever hear this, I apologize. The Acclaimed, they got a nice little match going on with the Young Bucks in the main event. They did lose, but they had the visual victory over them as the ref got knocked out. So that was, I guess, a good nod for them. They have something to go for. Dustin Rhodes beat Evil Uno, and he's been surprising me like a lot. Evil Uno is way better than I gave him credit for initially. What do you guys think of AEW?
I thought it was good. Seeing Pac wrestle again was awesome. I really the Sean Spears thing kind of threw me off. I don't know where they're going with that. Yeah. But I thought this was very funny that Tony Schiavone said after that promo where Sean Spears blames everybody else or like the system, and he pretty much hinted at WWE too. So a lot of guys who go to AEW do this, and then Tony says, "You ever think the problem with all this is you?" So you can kind of say that about half the people in AEW who bitch about WWE. In my opinion. It's just weird that he said it out loud.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man.
But I'm gonna have to see where this goes because I mean he's deactivated his Twitter. He's not on the AEW roster page anymore. So
Really?
yeah, I'm looking forward to see where this goes because I'm still really hyped up on Sean Spears as a heel. I want to be a big time heel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like his TV time's been lacking. I mean, he had that major match against Matt Sydal back a few months ago, like in prime time after NBA Finals. But I feel like I don't know, he's missing a lot.
Yeah. AEW has been posting this multiple times on their Twitter and Instagram and stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he's in the top 5 still. Like they just have to pull the trigger on it.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
What else was there? I don't know if you guys saw articles about that Inner Circle Top Flight match. I guess Jericho turned down a lot of ideas that Inner Flight had, or whatever they're called. Top Flight. Yeah, that Top Flight had.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I do think that match went a bit longer than I thought it should have.
Yeah.
And it was kind of slow for a Top Flight match, especially.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad. Well, initially I felt bad for Jericho because like he was getting clowned after this because this was the 10 o'clock after the NBA games.
Oh,
and I seen a whole bunch of guys on Twitter saying what happened at Jericho and but
that Twitter feed was hard to read. I felt bad for Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even my favorite right now.
No, but that was rough. Any other thoughts on AEW?
Decent show. Yeah. I mean, the next 2 shows of this it's gonna be fun to watch. This one they could just take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a 10 p.m. slot. I don't know how the ratings took a hit, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But
it's. So I was gonna say it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with Pac because his travel situation is so weird that like getting into America is easy. It's just going back home that causes him stress. So
yeah. And especially now with the the new strain going over to England, I don't know how that's going to work out.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they use him.
Yeah. Well, that's AEW Dynamite. Next one, it was a big episode on SmackDown. One of my favorite moments of the week. Big E captures the title from Sami Zayn. He is the Intercontinental title. Had a big celebration. I'm going straight to it, but I did enjoy SmackDown. SmackDown proved themselves again why they're so much better than Raw. We had a elimination triple threat for the women's tag team belts. It was Carmella, Bayley versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, and then the champs Charlotte and Asuka. This is great. This is the most important women's tag titles I've felt in a while.
Mm-hmm.
The champs retain, but it was a great match, and Bianca looked strong. That's what I care about. What else happened here? The cage match, of course, between Roman and Kevin Owens. A rematch here. This has been a surprisingly really good feud. So Roman's had some good stuff going, fighting with Jay first, and then now Kevin. So I was really enjoying this. Kevin got locked to the cage with some handcuffs by Jay, and Roman escaped for the win. Eric, how did you feel about SmackDown?
So real quick. So first of all, he winning, that's A+. I'm happy for him. Hopefully this reign is better than his first one. So who are the women tag champs right now?
Asuka and Charlotte.
Okay, my recap was dead wrong. My biggest problem with the women's division this year is that they keep using the same women to do everything. And this match was just that. It was the same women, the 4 horsewomen besides Becky. I'm glad Bianca's in that group now that gets to do something, but you got so many women. Use them more. Literally my only problem with Asuka this year is that she never had her own storyline. Her story was dealing with everyone else. So great match, but it's still the same thing.
Yeah, I was hoping they would have her break out a bit and like have her own stuff because I still get that feeling like she's just there because of Becky. I feel like this is still going to be Becky's spot. I felt like I could have done more with Asuka. And it doesn't, in hindsight, like, first of all, the match is great. So like I wasn't mad, but in hindsight, like, you just have these 2 thrown together tag teams in Carmella, Bayley, and then Sasha and Belair. When you have the Riot Squad has been winning matches, building themselves up, and they don't get a shot. So I don't know.
I get
Yeah.
this for the time of year it is. For the time of year it is, you want the people at home who are watching on Christmas to watch and be entertained. Not to say the Riot Squad or anyone Lester is not entertaining, but you want the big names on during the holidays because this did actually draw way better ratings than they were expecting, and it outdrew last week's by a good margin too. So those are the kind of things you want on a Christmas show. I say like after this, after the holidays, leading up to the Rumble, or exactly right after the Rumble, that's when you start making someone else more important in the women's division. Because Eric, you're 100% correct. We've seen different matchups with all these women before.
Yeah.
I agree. Like this is definitely the time you want to do that. But if they had just before this, if they had done it right, then we could have had the Riot Squad in this match because they actually did feel important. So for their crappy booking, this was the right match. But if they did it correctly, this wouldn't have had to be.
Yeah. Zach, how'd you feel about SmackDown overall?
I thought this was the best show of the week. This surprised the hell out of me. I didn't think I was going to really like not. I don't know. I didn't think I was going to be entertained. I thought this was going to be a throwaway show because of what day it was on. But this was probably, I could maybe safely say, their best show of the year. Maybe second or third.
Could be.
That's fair.
It could be. Got to think about it, but it could be.
And also Big E being in a lumberjack match. At first, I'm like, why the hell? I hate lumberjack matches. But then stupid Zach didn't realize the angle they've been setting up with Sami Zayn running out.
Yep.
So that well done.
Yeah, very well done, man. They gave Apollo Crews that chase down to catch Sami Zayn. At least get something to do. But it was really cool. And finally, Sami Zayn, all his antics caught up with him, and he lost his belt. Anything else in the world of wrestling that you guys enjoyed?
ROH had a Christmas themed episode. This one we saw Keys and Caballero. Boy, do I butcher names like a mother. Beat Dixon and Martin. And then we had a 10-man tag. Jay Briscoe led one group who beat, who's the other Briscoe brother? Mark?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, Mark. They both had 5-on-5 matches. And yeah. That was it. And it was just okay how we talk about how good AEW is with multi-man matches. ROH is not that great with them yet.
Dang. You think they'll get better, or is it? I mean, I guess it's never too late, but they're a pretty old company.
Yeah, it was just, I know some of the guys are younger. So it was a paint by numbers multi-man match. Like twice all the men in the ring, or all the men involved, got in the ring together and then had to be separated. Yeah, I don't know. They'll figure it out, hopefully.
I'll get you.
Yeah, that's all I watched.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a pretty slow week. Be with the holidays.
Yeah. Probably should start off the episode with that. Happy holidays to you guys listening. We appreciate all you.
Yeah.
But better late than never, you know.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. During the holidays, for making this a part of your holiday this year.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get into the news and rumors. First thing up, obviously, yesterday, Brody Lee, John Huber passed away, age 41, had a non-COVID related lung issue. This one hit me, man, because I felt like he was just so happy. You know, I felt like he finally was able to do what he loved on the big stage the right way. I watched listened to his AEW Unrestricted podcast episode a few months ago. All the BTE stuff, everything you see with all these other guys talking about him, he just always seemed like a happy dude. Like it's just so different from his character, and it's really sad to hear.
Yeah, he was really loved by a lot of the wrestlers. You go on any wrestler's page right now, look, they've shared stories and they've testaments of how good a man he was.
Yeah,
I'm happy that he managed to get out of WWE at least for a short time, just to do something. Which it's when you think of, like, when we talk about WWE holding people hostage, you don't think about the fact that you're holding them hostage for a long period of their lives, and you never know when it could end. You're restricting people from being happy. You never know when it's too late to let them be happy. So I'm glad he got out.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great messages on there. I mean, I like to clown the burger outfit, but from day one, from being one of the NXT to all the way to his match with the dog collar match with Cody, you could tell this guy is just one of the best workers. And to be able to move and fly around the ring with a big ass body like that, like I don't know. It's just, he gave a shit, and the two biggest tweets or IG hits or whatever that people posted that hit me were obviously his wife's and Bray Wyatt's.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, read both of those, and I think for the next week or so plus, and hopefully they do something on Dynamite to showcase this. Just what a great father he was. Like he just from looking at pictures and reading people's comments about him, this man was one hell of a father.
He was. They shot a bonus segment a couple weeks ago where it was him, his son Brody Jr. in the Dark Order versus the Elite, and they had Brody Jr. pin Kenny to become the new AEW champion like weeks before he passed. So
oh man,
he got his son out there just for that. So it's really cool.
Yeah, that's jeez, man.
Also check out Rowan's post. That dude really
Yeah, I didn't see that one yet, but he's a great guy, man. He will for sure be missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get off that sore subject. Trent will be out for a few months with a legit injury, so he'll be gone from that little storyline there. AEW is going to have I think they had a 2.0 game show coming up this Wednesday, so we're going to see what they reveal then. That'll be interesting. Tony Khan was on Impact again, just blowing it up. It was hilarious, so I checked it out for sure. Impact has Hard to Kill coming up in a few weeks with Kenny Omega again. Did you guys see any other news and rumors this week?
I really didn't see any except for I forgot it already. This Brody stuff kind of took a lot out, but
yeah.
WWE listed their top 25 matches of 2020, and you can check that out. But the greatest wrestling match ever is number 3.
Oh wow,
that is hilarious.
oh man,
that is freaking hilarious. I'll give it to him. Luckily, I think Knock, you covered a lot of what I had, but a few heads up, I guess. So Raw is doing their Raw Legends on January 4th. And someone who I've been wanting to see in WWE for years, even though now his siblings aren't there anymore, Carlito is going to be scheduled to appear January 4th.
Wow.
Yeah. He could still go. And the dude's bigger than ever. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does.
Imagine, I've been wanting to see more from him, man. I spit in the face of people I don't like. I love it.
He's good on Glow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seth Rollins is scheduled to return the first episode of 2021 on SmackDown. I really thought that break would have lasted longer, but
I thought so too, man.
There's no rest for the wicked. Ryback is claiming that Vince's health is not great. I don't know what source he said he has, but he put out a tweet saying, I don't like him, but I hope him the best. But Ryback does like to stir things up on social media.
Yeah.
So it could be what it is. And former ROH owner Kerry Silkin was on a podcast where he had a story about in 2010, he got a text from CM Punk. And CM Punk was asking him, how much would you sell Ring of Honor for? And Silkin didn't even entertain the text because it's like, that's not how you do business. You don't send a text. Fast forward to All Out, CM Punk gets a text, say you want to come to All Out, and that's just not how you do things. So,
wow, wow,
huh?
That's CM Punk for
you. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's all I got.
Oh, the other thing that I had was WWE is going to they have filed a trademark for Hardy Bros.
Oh,
so
gosh.
Unfortunately, I think we're going to see them for a while together. Dude, you got to watch these two on the mic together. It's like they're trying to see who can fumble words the most.
Yeah. If they could talk on their own, I would be more interested, but Matt Riddle really can't be getting fed all these lines. Right. And then Jeff Hardy just sitting there, then throwing in every now and then. It don't work for me. It's not good.
Plus, I don't know. Like, if you have Jeff Hardy without Matt, then just let him be a single star. I don't think you need to give him a tag.
I will say, though, I have seen Jeff do some good work with, like, a mixed match tag team before. but this ain't it.
Yeah. And Riddle can do mixed match. He did with Pete
Yeah,
Dunne.
with Pete Dunne. So we see that it works, but that was NXT.
Yeah, exactly.
Things seem to go better.
Right.
Oh man. But Eric, if you want to take over real quick, we'll throw it to you for your segment.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have your tuxedos ready because for the next couple of weeks, I am introducing the West Coast Poppy Awards. What we're going to do is we're going to go down a list of categories. I've got a whole list here. Today, we're just going to do 7. We're going to give away awards for the Best of 2020 awards. The way it's going to go is I've got nominees here, but please feel free to throw in, either of you, any names you can think of, anything you can think of. And we're going to vote to see who gets it. The winning person, team, whatever, has to get 2 votes because there's 3 of us, obviously.
All right.
You guys all set?
Let's do it.
All right. First award for Tag Team of the Year. Starting nominees are the Young Bucks, FTR, Hangman and Omega, the Street Profits, Best Friends, Golden Role Models. I purposely left Undisputed Era and New Day off because if you want to nominate them, you have to pick a duo.
Okay.
That will be another category for later if you want to talk groups. But those are tag teams I have listed. If you have any tag team you can think of, feel free to add them. But my vote is going to go to Hangman Omega.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say the Golden Role Models, but it was more mic work than in-ring work.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff going on. Like the Golden Role Models had like the mic work, like Zach said. Hangman and Omega had the best matches. But if you want to look at like guys like the Street Profits, who I was going to give my vote to, they didn't really have the matches, but they had like the reign. They've been champs all year, so it's hard not to vote for them for me.
I thought about that. If you go by that, then I also have to go for the Golden Role Models because they have broken a lot of records as champions. They held every title. I think they are the 5th overall team to hold tag and singles title and the first female team to do so.
Okay.
So they are a good choice. I might
go with Golden Role Models then, honestly.
I mean, they kind of held SmackDown until Roman got back.
That's true.
Yeah.
They carried that whole show.
I'm willing to vote for them. I'm willing to change my vote to the Golden Role Models.
Okay.
All right. You heard it here first. First award goes to the Golden Role Models. Sasha Bailey, you ain't getting nothing, but enjoy that pride.
Sasha got it, the whole world.
Next category, Match of the Year. We've got Young Bucks versus Hangman and Omega at AEW Revolution.
Oh, man.
Young Bucks versus FTR at AEW Full Gear. Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley at Winter is Coming. Volter versus Ilya Dragunov, NXT UK. Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly, NXT TakeOver 31. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Clash of Champions. And Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Hell in a Cell.
Damn.
That's a tough one.
That is. I think the Bucks versus Omega and Hangman have the unfair advantage of having a crowd.
That's true.
But that match is off the chain, man. Man.
I'm torn between that one and Volter and Dragunov.
Yes, I'm torn between those two. But I also think my personal favorite might have been O'Reilly versus Balor.
That was my favorite too. But then I'm also like, there was a lot put into the FTR Young Bucks match.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't know, Eric, how you didn't put it in there, even though WWE didn't make it there. The greatest wrestling match ever. They told you it was.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm going to give my vote to Young Bucks and Hangman Omega just because I think it really is the greatest tag match of all time. And I think it's hard to not give it that nod.
I'll go with that one because I think the other two that I want to pick are just because of their my style more. Young Bucks
Yeah.
don't really do it for me style wise in the ring because it's basically a greatest hits match every time.
Right.
But that match was just, I don't know. I don't really watch that many of Young Bucks matches twice.
Hmm.
That one I've watched about 3 times already.
Yeah, I think that, and it's like again for me, the crowd just overpowering it, man. That's an atmosphere. That's you really feel it. Shout out to all the rest of the things, but I'm gonna vote for Bucks versus Hangman and Page.
Yeah. At some point, I do want to do a video where I talk about the top 10 matches because there have been recently not just New Japan as a whole has had a couple 5-star matches come out the last like in December. So
there's some sleepers, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give some shout outs to Banks and Sasha in the Hell in a Cell, AJ versus Brian in the IC tournament, and even Moxley versus Brody Lee at Double or Nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of great matches.
It was a good year. COVID didn't really stop the 5 stars from coming.
Yeah, the Sasha Bailey one for the SmackDown Championships at Hell in a Cell was W's number 2 match, and then Taker versus Boneyard Mark was number 1 match.
I didn't put any cinematic matches.
That's fine.
But yeah. All right, next category. Originally, I was gonna call this the MVP award, but I decided to just go with best support player. This goes to someone who, directly themselves may not have been the star of the show, but they did a lot for somebody else.
Okay.
Nominees: Seth Rollins for Dominic Mysterio, MVP for the Hurt Business, Mustafa for Retribution, as much as he's trying.
He's trying his hardest.
Kenny Omega for Impact.
He's revived that company. It was on life support.
Oh man. Matt Hardy for Private Party. Jericho for Orange Cassidy. Tully Blanchard for FTR. And Zelina Vega for her faction that beginning of the year.
I think people nowadays forget she ran Raw for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were it.
They were.
Creative killed it for that. Like that was hot to me.
They should have got belts at that point. Like they were the made people. I don't understand.
I think
Omega saving the company. That's tough.
A whole ass company. I'm
gonna go MVP.
I agree.
Yeah. At this point, like the careers he's changed, man. I think everything he's doing, Mustafa Ali is desperately trying. And I don't think Mustafa Ali should even be in that position, but he's doing his best. I love Zelina.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say every time I see Mustafa try with that group, I just think of like a football field chanting Rudy, Rudy. Do it, little guy, you can get him over.
Oh man, he has so much stacked against him. But yeah, MVP, man, they're all dripped in gold, like he said. He was a one-off or 1 or 2, appearances, and that was it. And what he's done is just remarkable, man. Definite Hall of Famer. Hell of a year from this man who has not held gold, but still was very important and valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was hella smart too, because when he first started, it was like he was doing like a mini farewell tour. And
exactly.
He caught on. He was like, no, wait, I can still do something here.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to give a quick shout out to Tully because I think FTR would be great without him, but like them together like really legitimizes them. And he had a really good promo on Dynamite this last week.
Yeah. There wasn't even like either one's getting either one over. I think it's just both of them just mesh so well.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
I agree. All right. Congrats to MVP. And that's why it was originally called the MVP award. All right. Next one. Stank Booking of the Year.
Oh, no.
All of these come straight from WWE. I really did try to look for some from like AEW, but none of them I think were as bad as these.
Yeah.
Goldberg beating The Fiend to become Universal Champion.
Oh,
Super Showdown. Otis winning Money in the Bank. Lana and Lashley's romantic booking. Splitting up the Iconics. Orton ending McIntyre's first WWE title reign for no reason. Keith Lee just Keith Lee. Zelina Vega and her faction.
Damn.
Retribution, and Rhea Ripley's WrestleMania.
I think Rhea is the less egregious one out of all these. But
Yeah.
damn, this is a tough list because this is terrible stuff.
Yeah, I thought about the Rhea thing. I'm not really that mad at it because she's so young. I don't know exactly where she was going to go with the belt, anyways.
Right. She was going to lose it anyway. Like, that was still the original plan.
Man, Retribution is just like, I mean, fuck.
Yeah. So at first glance, I don't think Otis winning looks as bad, but I'm going to vote for it because by him winning that match, they ruined Tucker's career. They ruined Otis' career because eventually he's going to get released. He's not getting enough. He's not ready to be single.
That was AJ's win. That's what pissed me off the most. And he did nothing with it.
They ruined Money in the Bank. That they ruined long term. Everything else, I think, is kind of either worn off or it's short term.
I still think I'm going to stick with Retribution. Everything was so piss poor on it, and it still to this day has no place to go. I don't see it going anywhere. And then now, I feel really bad for Mia Yim. And then I think everyone else that if I see Dijakovic, I'm just not going to take him seriously anymore.
No, you can't anymore.
Right. He was such a 5-star talent too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the Money in the Bank has been terrible for a few years. So for that, like, it could be any year. But then the Orton stuff, like, I guess because McIntyre is now a 2-time champion, that's cool. But he should not have just been given the belt for no reason. Right. I'm gonna go Otis though. I'm just gonna go Otis.
Okay.
All right. Worst booking of the year goes to Otis winning Money in the Bank. Tucker, my apologies, man. All right.
Oh yeah, where's he at?
Probably main event or something.
Because at the very least, Billie Kay is holding her own a bit. She's trying her best to still be there.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen more like positive posts about her than I've seen about Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
All right. These next two awards are more like dedications. They're kind of specialties. So the first one I've dubbed the Jaxie. This goes to someone who is bad for pro wrestling. Now, it could be as a person, it could be as a performer, a wrestler, a booker, whatever, intentionally or unintentionally. It's just someone who is not good for pro wrestling. Obviously, the first winner of this award is Nia Jax. I've tried my hardest on this podcast not to talk about her, but it's the end of the year, so we're going to talk about her. She is not good for wrestling because she does not care who she hurts. She might be the nicest person in the world, but she doesn't have respect for her opponent enough to go down to NXT and not hurt people. That's not good for wrestling. But we're going to vote for one more person to join her and get this award. So, nominees we have so far. Vince McMahon, current day Vince McMahon.
Oh, man.
Val Venus for the shit he starts with, what's her name? Nyla Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar. Goldberg. And my personal vote, and this includes us, the internet wrestling community. Just to show that I'm not hating on Nia, I am acknowledging the internet wrestling community is not the best thing for pro wrestling.
Not some of these groups I've been seeing on the Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Vince is just Vince is a tough one to top. But the internet communities,
Yeah, it's tough. I don't think Val...
they take big swings to top it.
They do. I don't think Val Venus is that important enough for me to really care.
No, I forget he exists.
So he's whatever. Vince is hurting a ton of talent, but he is the money behind everything.
That's, I guess, the one thing. You want to go there and you want to like be a huge star. You may not get that, but you'll get the big house.
Right. And then Brock and Goldberg are just more booking. Well, Goldberg also for being unsafe and
Yeah,
losing
Brock
a
is an
fight to a
attraction,
door.
and if you beat him, like that's huge. But I feel like if you beat Goldberg, at least for me, I forget. Like Braun beat Goldberg at Mania, and I really don't even care.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like they say he's an attraction. They say he's like this and that, but like I honestly don't know.
I
I'm
think
sure
that demographic that it's an attraction for every year gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to see Brock and R-Truth do something though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would still be fine seeing Brock every now and then, to be honest.
Yeah. So
I'm fine with the internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the internet. I mean, I do acknowledge there's some good parts about it, but
there are
there's a lot of toxicity. Man.
Yeah. So Nia Jax, if you ever hear this, I nominated you and me for this award. So don't think I just hate you. I just hate your style of wrestling. Next award. This one, I don't know how to explain it properly. So hopefully you guys get it in the name. This is the Brody Lee Award for someone who came out of a dark place, be it booking, a contract, a promotion, and managed to find themselves, managed to do something really good. I don't know, just basically what Brody did going to AEW. And I don't even know if this award will take effect, will have any meaning next year, because a lot of people that we heard in the situation kind of already left WWE or left Lucha Underground. But there are a lot of nominees for this one. And obviously Brody Lee is the inaugural winner because he was one of the first ones to do it. So other people we can nominate for this award include EC3, FTR, Dustin Rhodes, Cedric Alexander, Miro, Mike Bennett.
I might go at first glance I might go FTR, but I'm gonna go Dustin. Even though he came like last year, I'm gonna go Dustin. They were like wasting his last few good years, and he had that great match with Cody. And I feel like he is where he's supposed to be. This is like I feel like he has a higher purpose. Like he has his own school now. He's doing like his own thing, pushing this forward, and it's a lot of great stuff backstage he's doing. And I think he feels like useful again. So I'm gonna go him.
Yeah, I agree. It has to be Dustin. I was just thinking about this when he had his match on Dynamite. He has the last run thing on his promo package that plays while he comes out for his entrance.
Yeah.
He just seems like he's like got energy. Like he's I don't know. Yeah, he's totally different than when he was in WWE, and it just shows.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. He got match of the year. Nobody thought that was gonna happen last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree, Dustin. You get this Brody Lee Award, and hopefully next year we can induct some of the other people in this award. But it's just a reminder that no point in your life is it too late to do something great.
Yeah.
But that's all the awards we've got for this week. We will.
That's a good awards, man. That's a good one to end off on. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Man. We'll throw it to you, Zach. Let's get this New Year's bash.
All right. So it is New Year's coming up here this weekend. Is it this weekend already?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. All right. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yep.
All right. So we got some people up here in the wrestling world and a couple added bonuses at the end here that I threw in here. But for New Year's resolutions, we are going to say who these people are and what their New Year's resolution should be. So the first one, and bonus points if you do it in their voice, by the way. I always love that. So the first one is Keith Lee. What do you think Keith Lee's New Year's resolution should be?
To never wear a skirt again on TV.
To take his talents to SmackDown, where I feel he'll be better.
Agreed.
I think the Limitless One is already headed in the right direction to what he should be doing for this next year. So he's copywriting his name. I think he should do more stuff to secure his, if they don't use him right, his exit from WWE.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
One thing I'm curious how he's gonna handle the traveling once this pandemic's over. Because he hasn't really traveled with NXT, right? They haven't really done a tour.
I don't think so. I mean,
No,
not
just
that.
some takeovers.
Yeah, so I'm very, because some people just hate the traveling, so I'd love to see how Keith Lee adjusts that lifestyle.
We'll see how it goes because during a conference call a couple weeks ago, I'm pretty sure they mentioned that they're probably not going to do house shows.
No, they canceled them.
I mean, like even when everything goes back to normal.
Yeah, they're done with them for good.
Okay, they are. Okay.
I'm glad. It's been a year since we've all three went to one. It's crazy to think it's all done now. I'm glad we
that's
got
right.
that one in.
Yeah. All right. Well, next up, the doctor is in. Britt Baker. What is her New Year's resolution?
She needs to grab the gold this year.
Yeah, I will say she needs to be on TV more than any male on AEW. She needs to figure out how the show's working each week, and she needs to be on TV that much more than any of the top stars.
Yeah, bring that waiting room to Dynamite.
Yeah, I'd say that's it. Bring the waiting room to Dynamite. She's actually the only person I can think of. I'd say if she doesn't get more time in AEW, I'd like her to see. I'd want her to go to NXT.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
All right, next up, Mustafa Ali. What? I mean,
Get out of Dodge. Just get away from that retribution, man. Just run.
yeah, you got to go. I would stub a toe and say I got to be out for 6 months.
Yeah.
He could have been a singles champ by now, man. Not even just the main one, just even the IC belt. Something he could have had.
He's a damn great heel. He could really be a top heel on any brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy. Hopefully 2021 is not like 2020 for him. All right, EC3, I will say his New Year's resolution should be to do what AEW is doing with Impact, but do it 20 times better because you are a single person and you can go around to different companies.
Yeah.
Oh,
is he injured right now? I think maybe just get healthy, and
COVID
going.
thing,
Yeah, get healthy, go on that big run. I know he's due for something special next year.
I'll say go to New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Just show up in New Japan. Not like sign with them, but do something there.
No, he should never sign with anyone. That should be his thing.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Miro.
Oh my God. This whole thing is just get some guy friends who can tell you how to dress, man. Your wife is killing you.
My New Year's resolution is to look in the mirror before I come out to the ring. I can't stand these outfits. I can't stand these.
Gucci.
That much? I'm over here trying to buy a PS5 and he spent more than that. Oh my God. A shirt?
Man, it's that Lana wardrobe, man. I'm telling you.
That's ridiculous. You can buy that in a street corner for $5.
But he needs to have that defining match next year. I need to see, okay, this is what he's all about, because he hasn't had that yet. I think that's what he's missing.
Yeah.
Man,
looking like some shady.
The blonde starting to fade too.
Oh man. Oh, those fucking Mickey pants. Nice flat front, Miro. All right, next up, Ember Moon. What should her New Year's resolution be?
Wow.
I'm going to say almost the same thing as Britt Baker. Again, her on the mic, now that she has a very loose base character rather than what it was before, she flows so well on the mic. I would put her on TV a whole lot more.
Yeah, definitely give her TV time. I feel like they're saving her a bit, but get her run. I'm glad she's returned. I know it was very, very scary for her career at a point in time. So, now it's time to go on that run. I'm glad she's back.
I'd say be assertive. Start saying that you work your way back to that title spot because she deserves it. She hopefully she's not passive in her time in NXT this time.
Right.
Yeah.
I think she needs to. Yeah, she needs to come up with stuff and show management, hey, what about this? Let's do this feud. Just go in there with a book full of ideas.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, speaking of NXT, Triple H. I feel his New Year's resolution should be to never mention NXT around Vince. That way he kind of forgets it's there. and he doesn't take any more people for call-ups anymore and ruin them. And he just secretly makes NXT the biggest show, like not even ratings wise, just with storytelling and talent.
Yeah, I say take the roster you have, take NXT to the next level. I mean, they're already on TV weekly. Take it to the next level, expand it, be the main show, be a main show.
I say, ask Stephanie for raising your allowance so that you can rent out a warehouse, and anytime Vince shows up for NXT, you take him to this warehouse, and it's just a fake ass NXT with a fake cast. That way, he doesn't touch any of your real NXT people.
Oh man,
I like that. All right, next up is the Icon Sting. What should his New Year's resolution be?
To not wrestle. I love the guy. I really do. I don't want to see him wrestle. A cinematic match, yes, but not a in the ring, no bumps wrestling match.
I'd say just be safe, please, but go out the way you want to go out. As far as have that. Okay, this is your last run. You want to have that way to go out. So just do it. Whether it's a War Games safely, even if he's the last person that comes out and gets the pin or a few moves, but just be happy with how you go out. I know he was disappointed with it before.
Yeah, mine is so he would just social distance from Darby. I feel like if you hang around Darby, there's always a piano hanging on a rope above you. So just stay safe, Sting. Stay safe.
Yeah.
All right, let's go away from wrestling for a little bit. The comic book industry. Any New Year's resolutions for the comic book industry? Mine personally would be that they treat comic characters like wrestling. You lean towards Kingdom Come. You get to the point of Batman Beyond. You introduce new people. Look how well it works with Miles Morales. It's like being this old and seeing the same characters pushed is kind of exhausting because everyone's origin stories have changed. Everyone's this and that have changed. It's just to a point where you need to treat them like wrestlers, how all of a sudden you had newer talent and then you have someone come in, put them over, kind of like how Jericho could be like Superman. It's just do that kind of formula with comic book characters. I know you got some people that can't create new characters, find people that can.
Sam, I agree, man. I wanted to have that golden age, be back into the high points, new characters. Even now, I love Peter Parker, one of my favorite characters ever. But Miles Morales, man, he has such freshness to him, such cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just bring that stuff back. Have it. I want to see it move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree because I was literally just watching Comic Book Man last night, and I wish I could remember what character they were talking about, but I hope the comic book industry looks at wrestling and is there's a parallel. You don't book yourself into a corner. You don't push someone too early, and just look at wrestling. There's a lot of parallels that you could use for storytelling. Just don't fall for their mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Last up is the gaming industry. For me, I know this is kind of tough to do with different systems and powers and stuff that is all inside, but I would just love if in 2021, at least one or two studios figured out a way to do cross-platform multiplayer.
So they actually do.
With big games?
So let me think.
Rocket League.
I get what you're saying. I think there's only one or two games that really do all systems play together. That's Sony and Microsoft that get together and agree. But there are a few games that do have it. I get what you mean. I would love it for it to be more universal.
Okay, I'm just thinking a 2K game or something like that. Because if I'm going to drop $100 on the Mamba edition, I'd love to play with my buddy who's got Xbox or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening the way they are.
The big problem with that is if you have you on let's say you're playing PlayStation, I'm on PC. It's a lot easier for me to hack a PC and cheat and score 50 points in 1 second. Okay. So that's one of the big problems with playing with PC player.
Okay. And then I guess I got some ignorance towards this. Is it also because they have to go through a PlayStation network and then the Microsoft network can't really?
I don't think it's anything like. I think they just don't want to share it. They don't want to open up their doors for that.
That's literally what it is. It's literally just they have to agree to do that.
Yeah, they don't want to play with those peasants over there. And that's.
Okay.
Yeah.
What resolutions do you guys have for the video game industry?
Eric, if you want to go first.
Well, I guess it's for Sony specifically. Get some fucking stock. I'm tired of following you on the internet and trying to get this PS5 for hours just to be told, sorry, we're out of stock. Wait till 2 weeks.
Yeah. Just keep the games coming, man. Like, I hope PlayStation get their own version of Game Pass. Game Pass is great. I know people out there hating on Game Pass. They're calling it like the welfare system of gaming. I hear all this slander. But listen, Game Pass is huge. It's the real deal. So
that's BS. It's a great system. It's a great service. We talking
like we're the consumers here. Like, what are you having against it, bro? You pay a few bucks and you get all these games. Come on now.
Right.
Let's be real. But yeah, PS5 also get more stock out there for the people that want to play it. So.
This week, Target, Eric, get on it.
I've given up. My heart can't take no more. I can't.
I desperately want you to play PS5, man. This is fucking amazing.
I've just been watching gameplay videos, holding my Xbox controller as if I'm playing. That's the closest I'm gonna get.
Oh man,
that's all I got for New Year's resolutions. If you got some for these wrestlers, if you got some for other wrestlers, or if you got some on your own, leave a comment in the comment section.
That's a hell of a segment, man.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of already hinted at this, but I do want to touch on a few of these things again. Just before we hit promo school, some of the best moments of the year. This was a hell of a year. It felt like 2 or 3 years, all in one. But it had some good moments. If you guys have anything, I can start it out, just real quick. Obviously, doesn't be strictly wrestling related either. Like the PS5 debuting, I got back into gaming again, like fully, and this was like a really good thing. Even with wrestling, Stadium Stampede, that felt like a spectacle to watch. I wasn't sure how wrestling would handle no crowds, but they slowly found their way. That was cool. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff, man. How about you guys?
I was just thinking of great thing this year is getting to hear Snoop Dogg and Morrow do commentary.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Nate, but damn.
If AEW can somehow get that duo together for one night, man, I would love that episode.
Yeah. One more other thing I thought of. Actually, in the beginning of quarantine, I got on Game Pass, got on my Xbox, and me and Eric were just running through games. That was a great time also.
Nice.
We beat quite a few games, man. So that was cool.
That WrestleMania, this year's WrestleMania was, I'll give them credit. They had a challenge, and some of those matches did deliver. My favorite being the Bray Wyatt and John Cena match. So
yeah, I like Morrison's performance in that ladder match.
Yeah, I'll just say wrestling wise, women's matches in general. Those are the matches I don't fast forward. Those are the matches I didn't turn off in 2020. A lot of the men's stuff was kind of mailed in, but the women just delivered in every organization, I'll say.
Yeah.
And sure. AEW here and there.
Hey,
I wouldn't sound too much in AEW.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this year is just like blurred, so I can't remember what.
Yeah.
I mean,
just out of stuff.
Out of wrestling, I guess I'll give as someone who moved here from Miami, seeing the Heat versus the Lakers in the finals was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Being a guy from New York, we never had a basketball team win a championship, because the Knicks are fucking trash. But it felt nice to be in a city when that city won a championship with the Lakers, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Nice. And people were out that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been, but.
Oh man.
Bill and Ted 3 for me, that was a big one. Otherwise, movie wise, I don't know if anything really hit me this year. I just watched Milan last night. That was actually really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I dug it.
Yeah, I still gotta check it out, man. If you guys listening, want to see some behind the scenes exclusive footage, check out Zach's Pop Talk on Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, movies. I didn't really like. Oh, My Hero Academia. Oh my gosh, I watched that movie a few months ago. Oh my gosh, please watch this for anyone out there if you haven't seen it. This is greatness.
Yeah, definitely. We just rewatched it a couple weeks ago, or maybe a couple
Yeah,
months ago. I can't remember, but
just
it's a damn good movie.
genius stuff. But yeah. So I mean, year in review. We got 2021 to look forward to. Hopefully, still in quarantine, but
Well, I forgot the biggest thing that happened this year.
Oh, hit me.
West Coast Pop.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes. It's been what, 10 months now? 10 months.
37 weeks.
Yeah. We're getting close to that. We have not missed a week either. We've been consistent. We've been sticking with you. So please hit us with that 100 subscribers. We're getting there so soon, man. We're so close. Hit that before the year ends. That'd be really cool. Tell your friends, spread the noise, all that stuff. And of course, in those 37 weeks, one consistent has been that main event. Zach, hit us with promo school this week.
All right, today on promo school, we definitely got a theme going this week. It is the year's end. 2020 is coming to an end, and I think WWE is making me want to cheer for 2020 because Michael Cole is telling me that 2020 was the worst, and I don't listen to Michael Cole. But I don't know if you saw that promo with Drew, like beating the crap out of the 2020 image.
Right.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. So today we are going to give a heel and a face promo on 2020. Knock, I'd like you to do the heel promo if you would.
All right.
And Eric.
Gonna be hyping it. Oh man, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really quick before you guys do, was this a terrible year for you?
In some ways it was not. For example, I'm not working at a place that caused me to pull my hair out, so that's cool. It's just the circumstances stuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like the world missed out on Eric's new hairstyle, though. Like that was a big tragedy.
I just literally had the realization today. I was like, wait, I've been home for months. I could dye my hair. I'm not at that place.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, well, I don't think.
Oh, you can go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, like bad and good. Like it's been back and forth for a while, man.
Yeah. Yeah. When it teeter-totters, then it's a little scary.
Yeah. But this podcast definitely helped keep it steady.
100%.
Yeah. And the people listening too, and the comments and everything.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, whoever's ready to go, let us have it.
You want me to go first, Knock? Or
yeah, if you want to take it first, you got it.
Okay.
He's got a Bing. What happened in 2020?
No, chill, man. Who uses Bing? Come on.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie to you. This year has been stressful. This year has been harsh. This year has been very painful. We've lost a lot. But through this year, I think we've all come out stronger. I know I found myself a place where I can talk to people who love professional wrestling. Every week when we upload this video, these episodes, I find people who love what we love. And we have ourselves great conversations. We have ourselves fun. And that's because through this year, we stood tall. We created something through devastation. So that's why no matter what 2020 has for us left in these last few days, I know we'll be okay. They can keep knocking us down, but we'll keep standing. So when 2021 comes around the corner, I want you to celebrate because you managed to survive. You managed to thrive. And even if your government spits in your face and gives you $600, I want you to take that $600 and tell them to go fuck themselves. But still take that $600 because you have rent to pay. That's all I've got to say.
That's all he had to say. But I'm going to come out and say it. 2020 fucking sucks. It's not a matter. A wise man once said, doesn't matter how hard the wind blows, the mountain never bows. So 2020, you keep on hitting. Mankind's going to keep on standing. We're going to stomp on your fucking necks because 2020 ain't got nothing on us. 2020, you came with all this BS and nonsense. The news is all over covering so much. You threw killer bees at us. What's that? You threw all this world in shambles. Shut it all down. But we're going to shut you down because you know what? 2021's around the corner. Cut this.
Nice.
I just realized, did I do a heel promo?
Bro.
That's my New Year's resolution, is get better at promos. I used to think I was good at this. That was just
Yeah, I gotta do some practicing.
All right, maybe we'll start getting back into the little things and build back up to promos.
yeah.
Oh, man. Well, that was the show. Episode 37 is here. Anything you want to tell the people, Les Champions?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank our winners for the giveaway for being patient, because this has been a busy week for us. I'm already working on new merch with Shay.
Merch freak.
Working on a new video coming out, so I haven't had a chance to contact you guys yet. Hopefully when we're done recording, I will do that. So please, thank you for being patient. But this is the last show of the year, and I want to thank everyone for listening and being there for us and being there with us.
Yes, sir. Zach, any final words for the people?
Just thank you. And if you want to find us, you can find us making New Year's resolution to bring you a better show next year. We try to improve constantly, and we want your feedback. Let us know, do you want more of this, more of that? But we thank you so much for letting us get together, talk about wrestling, be a part of your 2020, and hopefully it's part of your 2021. This show for me personally was one of the biggest things about 2020. It was even bigger than Eric's ego when he gets the belt. We just want to thank you guys so much, and have a great, safe, and happy New Year.
Peace out, y'all. Thank you.